YouTube. So this video is about the 7 deadly sins, because I'm an empath, and when I think of something, I either have to act on it right away or write it down, or otherwise I'll forget. I was talking about in a video before this about sloth, which is excessive laziness or failure to act and utilize one's talents. So my talent is basically writing, talking. I feel like I've wanted to be a little bit of everything my whole life. But one thing I can say is that I'm very good in counseling others, but not myself. So I do want to stop with the laziness and really get my voice heard and my words out there. Now, envy. I want to start off with that. An intense desire to have something that someone else owns. I've never really had that until I lost my kids and seen a lot of mothers who don't really care for their kids the way that I cared for mine have their kids and not have any issues that I did. That's the only thing that I really envy, and I can't even say that I envy that because that's not my place to do that. I have to be mad at myself for losing that privilege. Anyway, gluttony, which is an excessive eating of food or drink, which even if I did have that, I probably wouldn't gain weight because I have hyperthyroidism, so that kind of sucks. Never really been gluttony. Greed, which is excessive pursuit of material goods. Yeah, like I said before, or I've told people before, like, I get what I need and I go. You know, you never bite off more than you can chew. Stuff like that. Lust, a strong passion for sexual desires. I do not. I've never, maybe with the one I love, yeah, but I've never had any, like, strong passion to have sex with somebody else. Like, that's gonna, cure my hurt or something. No. Sloth. Oh, I already talked about that. Pride. I'm gonna talk about pride last, because I got a lot to say about that. Okay. Anyway, wrath. Strong anger, hate towards a person. I was raised to never live with hate in your heart. My mom used to always tell me, never live with hate in your heart. I have lived with a lot of hate and a lot of anger towards others, which me showing that made me hate myself, because I'm not a hateful person. But the fact that those emotions, I'm human, so those emotions come up, it kind of made me hate myself in the process, which, whatever. I mean, we all go through the emotions, right? Pride. I need some water for this, cause pride. Okay. Excessive view of oneself without regards for others. So, when you can't put yourself in the shoes of others, and you say, oh, I don't know how you could feel like that, you got this, you got that to live for, and I don't understand how you can be so selfish as to want to take your life. Let me tell you something. I've had too many regards for others. I've taken others' feelings into consideration when they haven't even taken my own into consideration. And that right there makes me stronger than I'll ever know. But the fact that somebody can sit there and just have, like, know how sensitive you are, know everything about you, know that you don't come from a bad place, and still put you in a bad place, and still put you in a position to where you hate life, is really sad. And right now, I'm thinking of so many things that I'm getting off topic, and I don't even want to talk about this anymore. I'm getting really upset because, my ex just came by and said something about the video that I did on Facebook, which she's saying that I said that I didn't want to be with her, which I know where she got that from because I wrote to somebody and said that. But that's the funny thing is that, you know, she'll she listens to reply, not to understand. So she took those pieces and ran with it and said, "Oh, you're talking shit about me on Facebook. You don't want to be with me. Be woman enough to, have a conversation with me." Which I can't have a conversation with her. And if she watches this, I can't have a conversation with you because everything I say gets cut off. I get talked over. I'm not understood. I'm just I make no sense, basically. And you know what? I could say the same about her. Because when she tells me her feelings, I'll cut her off and be like, well, you shouldn't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we're not coming to an understanding. We're not saying, okay, you know, there's just no in between. It's either here or there. And when there's no in between, how are you to work together to get somewhere? You keep butting heads, and it's like, if you're not gonna sit there and listen to me and really feel me and my depth of perception, then what are we really doing? Like, of course I want to be with this girl forever, and after her, I don't want to be with nobody else. I want to be alone. I want to do videos, and I want to just talk to people and help other people. And at this point, I'm just gonna let it go. Like the saying, if you let something go, you love something, let it go. If it come back, then you know. And at this point, there's nothing I can really do to save us, so I have to let it go. Call that not wanting to be with you, call it leaving you, call it breaking up with you, call it whatever. You want to go be with somebody else, call it whatever the fuck you want to think it is. But I know in my heart, when something cannot be fixed, leave it alone. Leave it alone. If you can't fix it, it's not broke, right? So there's no going to that, and I need to get myself right before I can be right with anybody else. Especially if somebody's gonna be right with me, I want to make sure they're right with themselves and right within themselves before they come and fuck up my world. You feel me? I'm not about to lose myself for nobody else. I've lost myself for too many people who never even thought twice about losing me. I don't understand it. And it's very hurtful and painful, and that's a whole nother video. And you know what? I really don't care what anybody thinks about me putting this out there and putting it online, because at the end of the day, I'm getting it out. I'm doing something right for me, and I'm doing something that makes me feel good. And fuck if it makes anybody else feel good. I don't care. It makes me feel good. And you know what? If you're for me and if you care about me, then that's all that should matter to you, is that I'm doing something that I love and that makes me feel good about myself. And if you can't understand that, I don't want to be understood. And I don't want to understand you. So, at the end of the day, love will conquer. Love will conquer all. But if you have just a little bit of hate in your heart, you'll never have all the love. Never. It's sad. A lot of hate comes from pain. Unresolved pain. And it's crazy because I got a lot of unresolved pain, but I don't have no hate. And you know what? Sometimes I do contradict myself. Because I could say I don't have no hate and be like, oh my god, I fucking hate this bitch. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I know I don't. I know it's just words. I know it's a figure of speech. I know it's because I'm mad. At the end of the day, I love this girl with all my heart, and I'm always love this girl. That's the sad part. That's probably the saddest part about it. Because she's older, and You know, a lot of people tell me she's stuck in her ways. She's not going to change. She's this way. She's going to be this way forever. And that's the thing that hurts the most. Is because they're probably right. But it's alright. Hopefully I can make this on my own and really make something out of this fucking mess of a life that I have right now. Thank you guys for listening. Nikki F baby, aka Crazy.